So, what is the missing ingredient of your LinkedIn strategy? Is it your content? Is it the network that you're building? Is it your messaging structure? Is it your overall presence? So, those are all important keys of obviously what you need to do within strategy in leveraging LinkedIn. But in my humbled and honest opinion, there's one key ingredient that I personally feel most people are missing. And that key ingredient is networking, first and foremost. Now, I have some strategy and I have some tips, obviously, for you today. But before we jump in, if you're wanting to really find out what you may be missing within your LinkedIn strategy, whether it's your network, your connecting, your marketing, your branding, all of those things, I have something called the LinkedIn Scorecard Assessment. It's a free 2-minute assessment that actually helps you define what you need your focus to be on LinkedIn. So if you'd like to take the LinkedIn Scorecard Assessment, just type in scorecard in the comments. So if you're watching on social, whether it be YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, just type the word scorecard in the chat. If you're listening on the podcast, all you have to do is go to the description of this episode and you will see a direct link where you can go and click and take the quiz. It takes about 2 minutes and it's going to spit out literally a blueprint of the things that you need to focus on. Obviously what you don't need to focus on if you have those things fine-tuned already. Now, there's 3 reasons why I feel the missing ingredient in most people within their strategy on LinkedIn is networking, because I feel there's a lot of people that don't value it enough. Everybody wants to automate any and all processes. People want to just remove themselves from the core procedures and processes of really building a viable and successful business. But if someone was to ask me, Scott, what has been one of the biggest keys to your success and Nancy's success, our success in having our business grow each of the last now almost 5 years, what can you attribute that to? There's a lot of things that I can attribute it to, but if I kind of peel back the layers of all of them, the one thing that really stands out as the catalyst of how that has happened is my networking. Because when you network properly within and for your business, number one, you're building relationships. The value of your business also lies in the value of your business and the relationships within your business and outside of it. And I really feel that too many people are leaning away from that and not leaning too much into it. Nancy will tell you, I love networking. I love collaboration. If you haven't yet read the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, it was written in 1910. The core principle that he talks about is, instead of focusing on a world of competition and comparison, focus on a world of collaboration and creation. Collaborate and create. Collaborate and create. And I can tell you, personally, the more that I'm creating, the more that I'm collaborating, the better our business is. I love doing joint ventures. I love doing summits. I love doing speaking events. I love doing workshops. I love getting on networking calls. And some people are uncomfortable with all those things. You have to build that online Rolodex. And that's why LinkedIn is so powerful, because it can become your online Rolodex. And the first reason why, and the first thing that you should be doing to deploy your networking strategy, is you should be looking to engage in other people's content. You know, a challenge I have for anyone that's listening or watching is take time every single day, every day, block out time to engage and comment in 2 new people each day in your network of connections. Now, don't just like and then drop some emoji in the comments. Add value. I only comment on people's posts that I truly resonate with. I will engage, meaning I'll like it, love it, support it, celebrate it, and then I will write a comment. You know, great post so and so. I totally resonate, and here is why. I will state a relevant reason why I resonate with that specific post, because now I'm showing up in that person's feed. I'm giving something back that they've given to me. They've taken the time to write a post to me. I'm going to take the time to engage with them. So if you were just to comment on 2 people's stuff genuinely and authentically on LinkedIn every day, Monday through Friday, you're going to see your networking go through the roof. The second thing, engage with those who engage with you in your content. I know it sounds so easy, but this is what I tell my clients. Any of my clients that I have or are working with, if you ask them, there's 2 things that I always tell them. Comment and question. Comment and question. So when I make a post and someone, comments on one of my posts, I will comment back. So I will engage in their commentary. I will, like it. And then at the very same time, I will then ask a question back. And, one of the best examples of this is in poll questions. Because again, in poll questions, people are looking for, obviously, engagement in the sense of they're looking to be heard, and it's not as difficult as people really think it is. So if you were to go on there and, you have a poll question, and an example is I had a poll question the other day, what's the most important thing you focus on to hit your sales goals? Monthly sales goals, the leads that you generate, weekly sales calls, other comment below. And you can see there's a bunch of comments, right? So just to give you an example, one of the people on here, Lorenzo, he said, great post. It's tough to pick just one because all 3 are interconnected pieces of the same puzzle. For me, it's not about choosing one priority, but building a balanced and systematized approach that integrates all 3. I think of it as a sales trifecta: calls, leads, and goals work together in harmony. Curious, how do you balance these priorities in your strategy? Let's swap ideas. So I wrote back, thank you so much for your support. For me, my wife and I always break down our yearly goals into micro goals, meaning we break down how much we want to make for the year, break that down per month. And then with the products and services that we offer, we then look to see how much of what we offer needs to be sold to create the goal amount by the end of the year. Which of these 3 do you feel is most important for you to focus on first? And he wrote, if I had to choose, it would always start with goals. That's why I love your approach. And thanks for breaking down and sharing your personal and practical insights. And I said, go big or go home. So that's just a normal banter going back and forth. And that's the way to create more engagement, more networking, more community, and more opportunity. And the third and final thing is, are you spending time on LinkedIn to take people from online to offline? Meaning, are you taking the time to really network and connect with those individuals, right? Because you're not looking to just keep people on the platform. You're looking to take these people from online to offline. So when you're making new connections, you want to get to know your network. They're not just connections. They're opportunities for collaboration and connection. So you should be messaging a few of your new connections every single day to book 3 to 5 new connect calls every single week. Because if you do that, if you were to book 3 to 5 get to know you type conversation calls or Zooms every week, that's 12 to 20 new appointments every month. I guarantee you, if you do that for an entire year, your business will absolutely change. So make sure you engage in other people's content, like, support, and add a relevant comment that's obviously feeding them because they fed you with the value that they brought. Also, engage back in those that engage with you in your content. Ask questions, comment, question, comment, question. Continue and further that conversation because LinkedIn will show it to more people because there's commentary. And third and final, reach out to your new connections, get to know them, ask if they're open to having a call to see how you can support each other's businesses. What can we do to grow together? You book 3 to 5 of those calls every single week, every single month for an entire year, your business will change. So again, if you'd like to find out some of maybe the gaps and the holes that you have in your LinkedIn strategy, all you have to do is, if you're watching on social, type the word scorecard, and I will send you the link to take my free LinkedIn scorecard assessment. It's going to go over all the key principles of the things that you should be focusing on LinkedIn that you may not be. And if you're listening on the podcast, you don't have to go too far. Just go to the description of the episode, click the link, take the quiz, and find out what you need to work more on. So I hope you enjoyed today's training and episode. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.